Okay, can we all agree that Pentagram is an absolutely amazing doom metal band? They are one of the pioneers of doom metal, and today I'm giving you an album ranking for Pentagram from my least favorite to the very best. Anyway, believe it or not, Pentagram formed in 1971. They didn't release an album until 1985, which was their self-titled album Pentagram, which is also the album Relentless, which was released in 1993 after Peaceville Records sort of took over. Pentagram are an absolutely fantastic band, and every single album by them has some amazing stuff. Even my very worst album by them, but it's still a very good album, would give it like a 7 out of 10. But there are 8 albums to rank for Pentagram. Now, one thing is we're going to rank Relentless along with the self-titled album exactly the same, since they are the same fucking songs, but with different production. It pains me to say, but coming in last is none other than Review Your Choices, which was released on July 19th, 1999 through Black Widow Records. Look, this album does bug me a little bit, and the only thing that bugs me is Bobby Liebling's vocals. His vocals at times are very jarring. And when I say jarring, his vocals at times sound like Homer Simpson is singing in the shower for some reason. Look, you got Gorgon Slave. With the riffs on this are absolutely fantastic, mixed with the atmosphere. I feel like Review Choices sort of experimented what things stood out and what things didn't. Although there are absolutely amazing songs like Change of Heart, which is beautiful, beautiful song, mixed with Gorgon Slave, which the riffs are absolutely amazing on that song, but the vocals are a bit weird. Review Your Choices, such a great song, along with I Am Vengeance, the cool guitar work on Mow You Down, Megalania, what a amazing doom metal song that is. This album is good, but it is my least favorite album. There were only 2 members in Pentagram at that time, and that was Bobby Liebling on vocals and Joe Hasselvander on all instrumentals. Now, believe it or not, Pentagram have had over like 38 band members, along with studio albums, touring, and like I said, they formed in 1971. They have such a catalogue of older songs, which they released on a compilation album, First Days, 2 compilation albums actually, of their older songs. But yeah, Review Your Choices is a good album, but it's my least favorite. It's just a vocal work by Bobby Liebling on this album. The riffs are so damn good, but Bobby Liebling's vocals, something is missing on this album. I don't know, but they have experimented on Review Your Choices, and it doesn't sound like the older Pentagram. Next up is the 2004 release through Black Widow Records. It's none other than Show 'Em How. Now the lineup is Kelly Carmichael on guitars, Adam S. Heinzman on bass, Mike Small on drums, and Bobby Liebling on vocals. Now I've got to say, this album has really grown on me, but it is staying at second last just because that the riffs at times don't really gravitate towards me. It again creates this element of surprise. There are some speed metal elements on this album, and Bobby Liebling's vocals are very good on this. There are some really good songs like Electra Guild with that really awesome riff you were getting, Star Lady, Catwalk, If the Winds Would Change as well is fantastic, City Romance. Now this is another song that I'm not sold on because Bobby's vocals on this aren't that great. But yeah, songs like Show 'Em How, Last Days Here, very fun album, bluesy sort of album. It is just a hard rock, heavy metal album. There are doomy riffs on this and some doom-laden elements, but this is more focused on the heavy metal spectrum. And Show 'Em How is a very good LP from Pentagram. That this lineup is completely different. The majority of the lineup is from Internal Void, so it is a different sound by Pentagram. I feel like there are way other better albums. Next up is Sub Basement. Now this album is actually really good. There are some really amazing songs on this, and it's the production is very, you know, dirty and at times quite stonery as well. Bobby Liebling on vocals, and of course Joe Hasselvander on all instruments. And I'll tell you what, there are some really good. One song that really surprised me is Buzzsaw, Drive Me to the Grave, Sub-Basement's fantastic, Mad Dog is such a fun song, Tidal Wave, the riffage on Target as well. It's a very fun album. There's a lot of elements of surprise on this. Liebling's vocals are very good on this. I gotta say, this is a step forward by Pentagram compared to the other albums I have mentioned. The album cover is terrible, but the album is very good. This was released on September 17th, 2001 through Black Widow Records. It is a stellar album for what it is. Okay, so next up is Last Rites by Pentagram, and I tell you what can I say? This is such a return to form by Pentagram. This is when the lead guitarist Victor Griffin returns on this album after like 14 years or something, and Last Rites was released in 2011 through Metal Blade Records, and I got to say, what a banger of an album this is. It's a lot better than the other albums I have mentioned. The riffs on this are so damn innovative. It's very doomy, but also has that heavy metal vibe you want. Songs like Call the Man, Treat Me Right, Everything's Turning to Night, American Dream is such a fun song. There are some soaring guitar solos on this. It's a return to form by Pentagram, and I tell you what, I am there for it. Horseman, Death in First Person, and Nothing Left, absolute bangers. Okay, so surprisingly, I really love the new Pentagram. I do enjoy the middle part of the discography of Pentagram, but I gotta say, Curious Volumes, which was released on August 21st, 2015 through Peaceville Records, so they went back to Peaceville Records. This album is so fucking fun. It's headbangable. There are doomy laden riffs. This is the old sounding Pentagram. It's absolutely amazing. Curious Volume, and I'll tell you what, one of the best album covers by Pentagram as well. Songs like The Tempter Bush, Lay Down and Die, Misunderstood, The Devil's Playground, Because I Made It, Earthlight, Walk Alone, just so many great songs, amazing soaring guitar solos. Griffin returns for this album, Liebling on vocals, got Turley on bass, and Campbell on drums. Fucking banger, and I absolutely love it. Okay, so this is what started it all. 1985, 1993, Pentagram, self-titled / Relentless. An absolutely fantastic album. It's got a sort of bluesy vibe, but also quite heavy doom metal. Amazing songs like All Your Sins, Death Row. That riff on All Your Sins is so damn good. Sign of the Wolf, just absolute classic songs. Sinister, The Dice, You're Lost, I'm Free. 20 Bucks Spin is such a cool bluesy song. So damn good. Released in 1993, Relentless, in 1985, the self-titled. It's basically the same album with different production. They sort of, a lot of these songs are from like the prototype of Pentagram. Even their 70s work is incorporated on this, and even the older bands that Bobby Liebling and Griffin were in, they incorporate some of their songs on this album, which is interesting because Pentagram changed their name so many fucking times throughout the 70s and 80s, and they eventually returned to Pentagram. They were named like Macabre and something else, but like me, I keep changing my name and I keep returning back. So Pentagram changed their band name so many times, but I tell you what, absolute fucking classics from this album. All Your Sins, that riff is so damn meaty and chunky and so damn melodic. Very melodic album, and it's just a fun album overall. Very headbangable. Yo, if you haven't heard it already, if you haven't heard Pentagram, you gotta check out Relentless. Gotta check out the debut album because it's a fucking banger. Okay, so next up is Be Forewarned. Oh, yeah, this album's so damn good. It's so damn atmospheric. The riffs are absolutely amazing. Such a finely calibrated album with some just chunky, down-tuned guitars. It is amazing. Too Late, Live Free and Burn, The Vampire Love, just so many great songs. Bride of Evil, Petrified, A Timeless Heart, beautiful instrumental, The Timeless Heart. I love the beautiful clean guitars on that song. And Be Forewarned, that 7-minute masterpiece. How can I forget Lifeblood? Ask No More, and that's a song as well. But Ask No More, this is easily my second favorite Pentagram album. This was released in April 1994, so a year after Relentless, through Peaceville Records. Heavily longer album by Pentagram, running close to an hour, but it's got so many amazing classic songs from this band. It's easily one of the best albums by Pentagram. And Relentless, Be Forewarned is like really that close to each other. But there's only one album that rules them all. It is Days of Reckoning, and I tell you what, the production on this compared to the self-titled album is like hands down amazing. It's a step into the right direction by Pentagram. This album's amazing. It's like a 10 out of 10. It's one of my favorite doom metal albums now. Day of Reckoning is an absolute fucking banger with amazing songs like Broken Vows, Madman, When the Scream Comes, Evil Seed, Wartime, with that that riff on Wartime is so damn good. Running about 34 minutes. It's an absolute fucking classic. Their sophomore album, Day of Reckoning, is my #1 Pentagram album of all time. So yeah, this was released in 1987 through Napalm Records, so they did change label. Griffin is an absolute riff master that will at times make Tony Iommi's mouth water. The innovation of riffs on Day of Reckoning is absolutely outstanding. It's atmospheric, it's dark, it's evil, and Liebling's vocals is the best vocals out of the whole entire albums I have mentioned before Day of Reckoning. Absolute fucking banger. Love Pentagram, and Day of Reckoning is my favorite. Interesting, there's been so many lineups for Pentagram. I think there's been like over 23 changes or something, so it's crazy. I tell you what, Bobby Liebling's been on all the albums, and Griffin's been on a few, and Hasselvander. Pentagram are one of the pioneers of doom metal, that is known well by the underground, but not well known into the mainstream. Of course, Black Sabbath took that spot, but I gotta say, is Black Sabbath better than Pentagram? I'm not too sure. It's a discussion that you should sound in the comments. Is Pentagram the kings of doom metal? Because they really started playing heavy music in the 70s as well, and released their first album until 1985. So what an incredible band Pentagram are. Sound in the comments below, and also give me your album ranking as well. Do you agree or disagree with my opinion? Keep the discussion going in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one.